Pushrod Fury. Let's see. How on earth are we going to get that out of there? What on earth was up with that? This little guy comes off. That's easy. Is it? Yeah, look at that. Who knew? I thought it was going to be that thing that came out. I guess you need a socket size. Oh, look at that, nice and easy. So what I like about this is it has torque specifications. I'm going to hold the bottom yoke and remove this fastener. Look at that. Pretty cool. Now, let's see if we get enough. I don't know if we'll have enough room to move this around. Yeah, that lower yoke wants to drop right out. It's going to hit stuff. It's not going to fall. So I'm just going to move. Because if you haven't done this before, it's scary. Even if you have done it before, it's scary. So this is the dust cover. It's a little dirty. That's okay. However, can we do this without doing any harm to the bike? Can we get that bearing out? Yeah. So this one just lifts out, like so. We'll get in there and clean stuff. Man, look at that. I was thinking, oh, I could let this, oh my gosh, look at how dopey this is. That would have been a mistake. Now, if we'll clean it. It looks like we got to this just in the nick of time. Whew, that would have been so dumb if I didn't do this. That's toast. The grease is, at least. Let's get this all cleaned up and then we'll come back. So let me get all situated for a good cleanup. I cheated a little bit. I started messing around with the bottom yoke and I was able to finagle it out. So it's not impossible, it just doesn't look like it's possible. But essentially, as you're looking up under the bike, you turn the bottom yoke to the left. You kind of slide it out and it just barely fits. So I really wish I got that on camera, but it was kind of nutty to do. You can see the bottom bearings, the grease is just as bad. They don't look scored. We'll get closer into them later, but I just want to show you got the bottom yoke out. I threw the bearing in here with some kerosene and been sloshing it around, and it's coming clean. So we'll let that sit a little longer and then take it out. Okay, first I'm just going to wipe the area Really hoping that's just cosmetic. Those little marks. I had a little bit of a memory card problem, but what I did is I cleaned the bearings with kerosene and a shop towel, so you see evidence of all that. And then because there's residual kerosene and grease, I pushed grease, packed as much as I could from the top of the bearing down and from the sides, and then wiped all that off and then packed it again. So I did that. Now I did the whatever you want to call it, I've already packed this bearing with grease and then wiped it all down again, and so now I'm going to pack it with the actual grease so we can assemble the bike. And I've also greased the lower race, which is right there. You can see that. Very nice. It'd be a near impossibility to do it, but you can see it does. There we go. Woo! That is a little wild, but it goes. Packing a bearing time. So I'm going to go in from the back of the bearing and push like that into the bearing. I'm going to have to change the camera angle. I don't have a camera crew. I have grease all over my hand. So you're not going to see me put this in because I'm definitely not picking my camera up. But this is packed, and then I put a liberal amount of grease on there, and then I'll use my greasy fingers to go around the race, and then I'll push the bearing onto the stem, and then I'll bring you up there to see it all. So the bearing is in. I'm going to put the dust cover on, like that. And then we're going to put the upper clamp over that. And then we're going to install the center bolt. And there's a presetting. You go 25 Newton meters, and then you back off the bolt, and then you tighten it to 11 Newton meters. And that's how you get that properly tensioned. But I'm also going to push this up, and I put the dust shield on there to keep the bearing from popping out because I don't want to touch that bearing and introduce any weird stuff. Oops, I'm going to have to lower this again. There we go. Okay. Now I kind of lucked out because I have a stepped Allen key thing. Convert that to foot-pounds because this is a dumb wrench. It's supposed to be 18 and then 8. So we're going to set it to 18, actually 18.4. Okay. So we've got 18.4. I'm just going to crank that up. Okay. And then we have to loosen it 60 degrees. So that's going to be okay. And then we put it to 8.4 foot-pounds and tighten it up. Okay. that's that. This one is 14 foot-pounds or 19 Newton meters. Just put the steering damper back in right here with these two fasteners, and I'm going to torque those down. So I got to look up the torque specification. So the torque spec is 14.75 foot-pound or 20 Newton meters. I wish I could see. That just doesn't feel right to me. 12.8. All right. So now I'm going to install these two brackets to here. There we go. Now we need to put the horn fastener in. Okay. Whew. That should be it for accessories. Hey, thanks for watching me service the steering stem bearings on the 2015 BMW F800GT. Hey, give me some comments, likes, and so on. I'd like to hear how you do yours, and if you saw anything is screwed up. All right, thanks a lot.